Welcome to the Wrestle for Real podcast. Spook with me, stand with me tonight, man. Y'all know how we do each and every Monday night. WWE Monday Night Raw post show, September 29th. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Definitely listen to us wherever you get your podcasts. Continue to follow us. iHeart, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, everywhere you can get podcasts, YouTube, of course. Definitely don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with everyone you possibly know so we can keep getting out this content for you guys, man. But we're going to get right into the show tonight. See how the guys felt about some of the things that was going on. The opening, they came in with the package from last week, ended the show last week, the main event that had saw the turn on the turn on Io Sky with Asuka and Kairi Sane. Opening the show this week is telling us that they feel real strong about this story moving forward. They came right out with it like this was going to be a big deal for the night. That led right into a Rhea Ripley promo. She came out to open the show. Still to her big pop. She definitely gets her big pop. And then Io Sky came out there and joined her and had a conflicting moment. As we got a would look like a pre-tape from Kairi Sane and Asuka, the Kabuki Warriors, telling her to come back and it's not too late to rejoin us and come back to our side. I'm not sure what to think of this one, man. I really wasn't. I don't know. I wasn't too moved by this one. I don't like the way. I never liked the way they've been presenting Io and a lot of them. It just feels like there's maybe something better they can do. But Io just kind of looks like a sad baby in all of this, man. She just kind of doesn't look threatening. She doesn't look. She just looks kind of weak. She doesn't really look tough. Yeah, she doesn't. I'm not sure why they're making her look like this, but she's crying, and I'm like, what's going on here? It eventually leads to her walking out of the ring, thinking about rejoining them. Asuka and Kairi Sane comes and jumps Rhea Ripley from behind. Io gets involved, tries to break it up. She catches the blue mitts from Asuka. Of course, she cries some more. What else would she possibly do? And these girls just got into a big fight. And I don't know, man. I'm not sure what. I guess they got to do something with them. I don't think that Asuka and Rhea, which it looks like they're building towards at some point, maybe not the immediate future, would be a bad match at all. But the build and getting there and doing all of this, I don't know. Maybe this is just a way to get Rhea involved, man. What you all thought about this one, Spook, man? It's opening promo with these ladies who, by the way, none of are American born. So we got a full feud opening the show with 4 ladies involved, and none of which is right here from the States.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good little feud, man. I like this whole little thing that they, trying to run between Rhea and Io Sky and then the Kabuki Warriors. It's trying to, I guess break them up, from whatever they've been through or whatever like that. So, I mean, it's pretty cool to me. I just wish that I can really understand what they're saying without, having to use the subtitles. But it's just better if we could really understand what was going on because it seemed like it's, they really saying some crazy stuff, man. But we can't understand it. So
yeah, we just and that's why the presentation is tough for those who are more into New Japan and All Japan. It may be a little easier to just kind of get through it, but a lot of us over here are so used to the promos and the mic work that we do want that component because it has that soap opera element to it. But I guess crying could, or her acting skills, or what Io was trying to do. I guess that could do the same thing. Not sure if it got across, but last week she seemed like she was kind of crying, and it just, I don't know, just her looking so weak. It just is like, what are they really doing here? I would prefer her to get a little upset, man. But Stan, what you thought about this opening package and promo from these ladies?
I felt like it was good. It was a good opener. I don't know what angle they're gonna go with, especially because Kyrie is still playing like, oh, like that's just Oscar, almost like that's Oscar, that's how she is, kind of thing. And then towards the end of the show, what happened between like Oscar and Rhea, but I guess we'll get into that later. But it's just, I don't know. I guess we'll see because I guess the payoff will be like, Asuka and Io will fight each other, but then after that, like, Io continues as a single star. Of course, Asuka will be with Kairi in the tag team, so everyone will go their separate ways.
Is it looking like Kyrie is going to probably get the short end of this whole ordeal?
Yeah, I think like for that not to happen, they would have to keep her with Asuka. Because I mean, she's great as a single star. She was great in NXT, and like people forget how she was, so that's on them to like book her and let people know like, hey, this is what she's capable of. because she was great when she first came over. She was amazing in NXT.
Yeah, she's I think there's a scenario where once this is over, Asuka and Kyrie goes missing for a little while. I think they both might get the short end of the stick.
I don't know, man.
They just came back though, right?
Yeah.
They've been back, but I don't know. I don't see who they're going. I mean, yeah, they could get into with anybody, but I think with someone like Roxanne in another couple of months, she's going to be in a bigger space. I think Lyra's going to be in a bigger space in a couple of months. I think it's going to make it a little harder for these girls to all get featured. And with them turning on EO, there's nothing that I think is going to make us really interested anymore in the Kabuki Warriors, because you said if they stay in the tag team, but it's like, what have they really seen in the last year that's anything of relevance in the tag team division, men or women? We didn't even we haven't gotten a Finn Balor JD tag team title defense in a minute. I don't remember. Did we get Alexa and Charlotte did something kind of recently?
They were on NXT, I think.
Okay, so
Homecoming thing, the homecoming.
Yeah.
yeah, so the tag team, they're not really doing much. So if you're gonna stick them there, the only real story they had was, hey, we got to turn on somebody. That somebody being EO. Once they wrap that up, I think it's gonna be tough for both of them to stick around, especially in a tag team setting, and it might even be harder in the singles with just the limited amount of space that is on the card right now. So,
Yeah.
but I don't know. They're building toward they doing something right now. They obviously we seen later in the show with them building towards Crown Jewel, getting Rhea Ripley involved in a tag match with Io Sky and Asuka and Kairi Sane. So that's a way to get that match going. On the other side of that, maybe we'll have something at Survivor Series with the women. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do with that as far as the traditional tag team. Maybe they can get some of these ladies involved, but come December, come Royal Rumble, I don't know if they still going to have these ladies really featured. I think they're setting up Io Sky for at least something moving forward, and they're setting up Rhea Ripley for what she's accustomed to moving forward. I just don't know what's on the other side of Asuka and Kairi Sane, especially Kairi Sane, because she's definitely looking like she's about to be the odd woman out if she don't figure something out pretty soon to kind of branch out on her own. But it could be a good tag match. I will say that at Crown Jewel, that may be a pretty good match, high energy match, and these ladies might really do their thing. Our first match on the card: Rusev versus Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship. We haven't seen Dominic defend that title since.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
Okay,
I mean, yeah, AJ Styles was the last one. That was like a month ago.
Yeah, like
okay,
last month.
okay. So it's been a little while since he's defended that title. Rusev Dominic comes out, sends Finn Balor and JD McDonough. They went back to the back. Dominic came out to a very babyface reaction. The crowd was very, very happy to see it. I was like, man, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know how much longer they're going to be able to do this. He went out there, wrestled very, very much like a heel. Like he was the heel in this particular match. Rusev seems to be the heel in this particular match. The match itself, it had its moments. When Dominic was hitting the 619, the crowd was going crazy. When Rusev looked like he was getting over, the crowd was booing him. At one point, he threw the championship, fell back, an old Eddie Guerrero move. I thought that was just like perfectly timed. I thought it was really good. It almost completely just babyfaced him. Like once he threw the title into the hands of Rusev, I thought to myself, just turn now, just go babyface at this point, man. Like, but the ref turned around and saw it because he's on that heel side. So it was like, man, like this, we may have to wrap this up pretty soon. Then he hit him with a low blow to eventually get the victory while the ref was pinned into the corner doing another heel move, and the crowd went crazy for the win. I mean, this was definitely very probably, I would say, man, the high energy match of the night with Dominic, man.
Yeah, it was.
Really a lot of energy for Dominic Mysterio, man. What you thought about this match, there?
No, it was a good one. It was like probably one of my favorite matches. Like Rusev did well, Dominic did well, and Dominic, still reminding people, "Hey, I'm a heel, so let me cheat to win." Even his crowd reaction, because everybody's like, "Hey, we want this man to turn already." I don't know why they doing the slow turn with Judgment Day, but Kabuki Warriors was like what 2 weeks. So it's like, I mean, I know why they're waiting, but it's like, man, how long is she gonna be out? Because that's literally what they're waiting on. Because it makes no sense to turn and then she's not there. Because it doesn't add anything to the. It doesn't add anything. So I don't know. I guess we just wait. But no, it was a great match. Those two, they got. I don't think they ever wrestled before, but their chemistry was like amazing. And Rusev, I mean, he can make anybody look good. So
Yeah, Rusev is definitely he's good, man. Like Rusev is not gonna go out there and give you any bad matches. He has a lot of energy. He has a very, very much a heel persona. He looks like a heel. So I mean, it was definitely big. I mean, this was the first time I think we may have seen Dominic in a match really since Triple A, since he won the Mega Championship over there at Triple A. So finally got to see him with the two titles, the introduction. So they did the introduction for the title match, so he got a big pop for that one as well. So it was definitely a good look, man, for Dominic Mysterio in this particular one, retaining his Intercontinental Championship. But what you thought about this match, Spook, and the reaction that Dominic was getting out there?
Oh man, the crowd loved him, man. He definitely put on a good show, man. Him and Rusev, man. It was a definitely a good match. I thought Russo was going to get him at first, man, because Russo was just throwing him around the ring
Mm-hmm.
like a little baby, you know what I'm saying? But he pulled his normal little stunts, man. Got the W tonight, man. But he's definitely comical, man.
Mm-hmm.
Dominic is he's a keeper, man. I like him, retaining the belt, man, and keeping both of those belts right now. I don't think he need to lose one of them right now, man, because he's on the streets. Dominic's looking real good right now, man. Proud of him.
Yeah, man, he's doing his thing, man. If there's new stars that rather than some of the old guards that they want to win that Royal Rumble, I think Dominic and Braun Breaker might be right at the top of that list, man. They definitely on their way. How long before they pull the trigger and get these guys, both of which is in heel factions right now, to get them out of there and send them up to that next level to see if they can hang on that next level. Dominic might be first. He's been in it a lot longer right now, and the crowd is. I mean, they doing the same thing for Braun Breaker. It's kind of hard to get a really good heel because then the fans love him. But it's about time for Dominic, man. I'm gonna see how long they're gonna drag this one out. But at this point, I'm uninterested in seeing anything with him and Liv Morgan, her coming back, anything with Roxanne. Let's do the Finn Balor JD thing. I understand we got to do that just to solidify the breakup, and then let's just move on. Let's get right to the next big thing, man. Like we don't. I don't want to see the whole mixed tags and him yelling last.
no, but they gotta do it.
Man, the box of chicken nuggets. Like I don't want to see all of this,
Who
man.
got the better chicken nuggets, man? Who
Yeah,
supplies the better chicken nuggets?
I feel like if
Like I'm like you, man. I'm ready. I'm ready for the change too, man. I'm ready for them to, to go ahead and, because
Yes.
I really want to see this Finn and Dominic, bro. I really want to see Finn and Dominic go ahead. That's what I'm really looking for. That match.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a good one, man.
You
I
know what
mean,
they should do? You know what they should do in wrestling? Like, you should be able to call people out and fight them where you want to fight them, like where you feel like you have an advantage. Like we got to do this in my hometown or at my chosen arena
mm,
or something like that. And I think Finn, like once it happens, Finn should tell him we're gonna have this match where I have the advantage down in NXT. We're gonna do it on an NXT show and Finn is gonna be super over. Dominic's it'll be like the greatest thing, man. It would just
I mean,
be
they both gonna be over, even though
yeah,
Dominic's
yeah.
NXT
I
run.
mean, it would make for such a better. It would be beautiful, man. It would be beautiful because Finn is as over as he would be in NXT or in that arena again. He's not like that on the main roster. They really just he's just like kind of there, and we understand why. But if they was able to just do that, man, pick your arena. Like when you playing a game, you can pick your favorite arena and stuff like that on
Yeah.
2K or something, man. Just let Finn pick NXT. Make Dominic come to a place where he didn't grow up in. He wasn't really champ. He never really did anything in NXT. So, Finn gets the advantage and we can see the old Finn come out, Demon, Smoke, all that good stuff, man. It'll just be something to add to the match, man. But I would want to see that. And then let's just move on, man, with Dominic to whatever is next. Because him and Braun Breaker might be the next two guys to get into that main event picture between now and say, a year from now. I think those two are next that haven't really been in that picture.
Yeah.
Maybe if they start getting the ball back rolling with him, if I'm not mistaken, Penta wasn't even on the show tonight. I can't really remember off the top of my head a Monday Night Raw Penta hasn't been on. I mean, I'm sure it may have happened, but maybe. But I really don't remember. Since his
Maybe,
debut, it
maybe
seems like he's
one,
been.
maybe one, maybe one of those.
Yeah, I can't remember. Like he seems to always been there. So, but Penta wasn't there tonight. So, but maybe he'll be another guy that gets into that main event scene. Probably more like LA Knight, where you're kind of there, but you're not really winning anything. We had a scare with LA Knight. I'll get into it in a second, but we had a scare with my guy. But the next match of the night, Bailey versus Raquel Rodriguez, and with Roxanne in her corner. Prior to this match, we had the bugging out Bailey, or whatever they calling her right now. She was doing the voices in the head thing and trying to get Lyra to be on her side, and Lyra declined to go out there with her. And she went out there.
Is that the good Bailey or that's the bad Bailey?
We don't know.
Yeah, Bailey, the head of creative, Lyra, we're all confused. Everybody, no one really knows what's going on. So
Okay.
I really am never into Raquel Rodriguez matches. I think the best one she had was that one, I believe it was Rhea Ripley, and it was in like Saudi or something, and it was like a no DQ match or something like that. I think that really helped her. But these matches where they just in the ring, she just looks kind of stiff. She's like, SmackDown has Nia Jax, we have Raquel Rodriguez. So somebody has got to be out there just looking bad, but they just have a certain size or a certain look that they want to feature, or whatever the case may be. But Raquel ended up with some help from Roxanne getting the win in this one. And then they proceeded with the beat down on Bailey, and then Lyra did eventually come out, and we ended up seeing another strange, very, 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 very strange interaction between Bailey and Lyra, where I don't know if she's mad at her or encouraging her, but they're kind of doing the same thing with Lyra that they're doing with Io. This is all making Lyra look very weak. One point, remember when Lyra had the fire and she had all this energy and she was going crazy with Becky, and now she's backstage just looking small and scared and worried, and I'm just like, come on, please.
Yeah, bro. I don't think that's Triple H.
I mean,
I I don't think that him. I think the powers that be above him are kind of like forcing his hand to do stuff he don't want to do.
so what are they gonna do with this Lyra Bailey thing? Because I feel like none of this had anything to do with Raquel and Roxanne.
Nah.
Raquel and Roxanne. About to switch them. Yeah, and that's the wild thing, because Roxanne is a real talent, and she's not always going to be in the title picture or main event picture or anything like that. So I get it, but I think you could be doing some better things with her right now than what we have seen. But this Bailey and Lyra stuff, where are you going with it? What are you really going to do with this one?
Yeah, I guess once they figure what Bailey figure out which side of her head she's gonna be on, man. And I don't know how long they're gonna play on that little concept. You know what I'm saying? So it was like you always say, man. It could have been another. It could have been a Penta match. It could have been, who knows? It could have been somebody else in that slot versus those two. Like you always say, man. It could have been a better match out there. You know what I'm saying? But I guess
of the four ladies, I probably would have rather seen Roxanne versus Lyra tonight, if I'm being honest, and figure out a way for a crazy Bailey to come out and get involved, get in the corner, and then it leads to something, versus the two that they had in the ring. Because Bailey don't need to show much in the ring at this point, and
Yeah.
I don't think there's much she can do to help Raquel in the ring. She's just more of an enforcer. But I guess, like you said, they got to stay busy. So that's what they're doing right now. Sometimes, staying busy doesn't always resonate and be a positive thing. But Lyra looking kind of weak, looking kind of small. I'm not a fan of that. I feel like she just had a really, really good bit of momentum, and I don't know what happened. It's just like it's almost all gone at this point, man. She just looking nervous around Bailey, and that's just like not the look I'll prefer for her. So we had LA Knight, which versus Kofi Kingston, which started as a promo in the back of LA Knight trying to get to Seth Rollins again, and Kofi and Xavier Woods trying to get the Mexican Destroyer banned again. So some of that just led to a match between LA Knight and Kofi Kingston. I'm not mad at the match itself. Like I said, my fear is that LA Knight is going to get stuck in the New Day vortex, and I definitely don't want that. Like, please, 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 man, get out of. Like, don't, please, just.
It's comical though. It's comical.
Nah, I think this was just like a one-off.
Well, you know why next? So you're telling me next week he's not going to fight Xavier Woods?
Maybe, but I don't know. I think it was just like it was like he was backstage talking.
Mm-hmm.
They came. I think it was a one-off. He might fight him next week, but then we know he's not gonna fight Grayson Waller because Grayson Waller not gonna be back yet. But I don't know.
Yeah.
But I see what you're saying, man. I don't want him to get caught up. I want him to stay around that like main title picture where he's supposed to be at. So I don't know.
But it gonna have to be out the crown jewels then if they try to
Oh
get the
yeah, yeah, it's definitely after Crown
Rollins and
because
the LA Knight feud kind of back popping. You know what I'm saying? It gonna have to wait till after that. These next couple.
after Crown Jewels was Survivor Series, right? No, not
Yeah,
Survivor Series.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, Survivor Series in November.
yeah.
Well, I don't know. The way they moving, that would be
Who
almost
knows,
4 weeks
bro?
apart. It might be
It'll be
something.
a, it'll be something else. They'll have another like ESPN show.
So
Yeah.
they don't do Hell in the Cell no more. They don't took that away.
So they don't do Hell in Cell. They do Hell in Cell matches. They don't do the Hell in Cell pay per view
Man, they don't really just.
Yes. So I'm not sure, man, what they're gonna do between Crown
because
Jewel and Survivor Series.
they not doing War Games this year. I don't think. But if they do War Games, then I don't know, man. You can
Yeah.
never tell what they doing.
I think the War Games was the NXT though. I think they were. I don't
Yeah, but
know.
then they brought it up when
Mm,
Triple H came and took over. He brought up War Games because that's
yeah,
how the
they brought it
Bloodline
back
match.
last year.
Remember with
No,
Sammy
no,
and
I
all
was
that.
saying when they announced it on NXT, they don't normally do both. Normally, it's been one or the other. I don't think NXT had War Games last year or the
Uh,
previous years. So,
uh,
so them mention it when with Regal that one time. I was thinking that meant the main roster wasn't going to get it. That's what I took it as. I don't know if they're
yeah,
going to do both,
I don't
or
know.
if Triple H is going to bring his main roster to NXT, because it looks like Shawn Michaels and Triple H were the captains, if I'm mistaken. That's very much what I got from that particular. And I don't know how, or maybe I don't know where they're going. They haven't really followed up with that yet. So they just kind of sat that on the back burner for now. And I guess they'll get back to it. But it's yeah, it's moving a little fast. So whatever it is, we're gonna find out pretty quickly because I think we're about less than 2 weeks away now. We got one more Monday Night Raw, if I'm not mistaken, before Crown Jewel, right?
Yeah,
Next
next
week.
week.
Yeah. So yeah, they're gonna be moving a little quickly with that one. Then we had the Seth Rollins promo with Cody. I'm getting ready for their big match, which is set to headline Crown Jewel. I'd expect nothing different. Basically out there going down their history, going down memory lane. I didn't feel like there was anything too much here. It did go on for a long time, in my opinion. It was a very long promo with Seth and Cody. Obviously, since Cody's return, he's been 3-0 on Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins, he tried to not make us forget, but I guess say, hey, it's different because at that time neither one of us are champions, and now we are both at the top of the mountain on our respective brands. So it should feel a little different. If nothing else, we're gonna get a great match, a great main event for the big PLE. But it's just a great one off. I'm not mad at a great one off, something without any legs afterwards, but I think this is that one Seth Rollins. He has to win this one. What you think, man? Stay. Is there any reason to go and give Cody the win for the fourth time over Seth Rollins?
The sweet. I don't know. I mean, if Seth wins this one, of course Seth would be like, "Oh, this means more." But then everybody's just like, "Well, I mean, oh, you 3-1." So I don't know. It's kind of like I don't know. I guess it means more because they both champion. He's more dominant champion.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I guess it's really based off like I feel like even though Cody has quote unquote like the bigger belt as
Mm-hmm.
far as like lineage, Seth Rollins to me is like the better champion right now because of like the vision and just that whole story and everything. But at the same time, you can make a case for Cody being the better champion because it's Cody Rhodes and he's also a big megastar. So I don't know.
Within the confines of wrestling, Seth Rollins is probably the bigger one. More globally pushed is going to be Cody Rhodes. Um, so, like I said, I think either way you get a good match, man. But what do you think, Spook? You think somehow, some way, Cody is pulling off another win over Seth Rollins?
I mean, I'm not really too much interested with this one. I mean, I would like for Seth to win. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Mm-hmm.
two big guys going at it right now. Yeah, I just don't have any interest in it. I just really don't. Like you said, they done fought so many times now. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully Seth pull it off, man, and get the win and get the W. Really nothing.
Yeah, it has been a few times, and they have to talk us into believing that it's different. So I understand what they're trying to do here, but it is a challenge because we have seen this a few times. I mean, Cody beat him with one arm. If that
The
didn't make
torn pec.
yeah, like
Crazy, man. That
I
was
mean,
a That was Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah, and it's tough, man, because I get what they wanted to do with Cody, but it's like, how does that make Seth look to lose to the guy with one arm? So regardless, it doesn't even matter who it is. He's supposed to be Seth Rollins, so I think he needs this one, and I do believe he's gonna get this one. We had AJ Styles actually cutting a promo before his match. You remember staying the AJ Styles that really couldn't talk on the microphone not too long ago when he was coming in from TNA,
Yeah.
making that transition.
Well, that's because he was still country, man.
Yeah.
That boy
I
from
don't think he even
Gainesville.
wanted to talk.
Yeah.
Like that really wasn't something he had to do prior to WWE as
He
much.
just did like a bunch of catchphrases, especially on TNA. He really just did a bunch of catchphrases a lot, or he was with people around him that like talk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. So now he's cutting promos before his matches. And that's something you only see with like people who's LA Knight, like the really good promo guys do stuff like that. CM Punk, I remember CM Punk did it one time in the middle of a Royal Rumble. Do you remember that Royal Rumble? Like he was straight edge society CM Punk.
Yeah.
And that's when like, yeah, they got it. They got that. My worst fear is that they hand Io Sky a mic during the match and she cuts a promo during the match. I just be like,
She gonna do it in perfect English just to spite you, man.
just turn it off. But AJ Styles and Dragon Lee versus Los Americanos, who I didn't even know had a name. That I found out they had a tag team name and individual names all in the same night. Los
So all
Americanos,
three of them have a name?
huh?
All three of them have a different name?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
no.
yeah. So Bravo and Ryu and
Yeah,
Bravo.
yeah, it's like some Street Fighter type stuff.
Yeah, it's Ryu and Bryu,
Oh, this is getting
something like that,
really
man. It was
confusing.
like something. You know what it sounds like? It was like we gotta have a name, but we gotta get out to our match in like 10 seconds. Like we gotta have something. Like what can you
Bruh,
guys? We need
bruh,
something.
Tad is gonna tear the building up, man, when he get back, bro. He is gonna tear the building up.
Look, man, it's this thing is evolving out of control. It was one thing for them to pop in and kind of create this smoke and mirrors effect. Now that they have an official name and now that they have the individual names, I'm like, it's kind of. I would have much rather them be like people constantly helping Dominic until he fully turns or something than for them to try to branch out on their own. But it was an okay match. They got through it pretty quickly. They wanted to hit a lot of the high spots, get to a lot of the finishes, which ended up seeing AJ Styles and Dragon Lee win. Good for Dragon Lee staying relevant, staying on TV as he has been as far as representing the lucha culture. And these guys took that L tonight, man, for their debut with their new names and with their new individual names and regular names. And I really don't even know what's going on with these guys. But is this story getting out of control, Stan? What you thought about this one, man?
A little bit, but again, they waited until like Chad comes back because that's when we're gonna get the whole payoff. And when Chad comes back, hopefully we see Creed brothers before Chad comes back.
Mhm.
Cause I don't know, they just on like sabbatical.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
just I don't know what's going on.
I thought the Creed brothers supposed to be holding it down while Chad was gone, or why they
Yeah,
haven't been
it's them
They
and
for a
also
second?
Ivy Now. They all gone. For Ivy Now, literally, she had a match, and then like the next day, she posted on Instagram that she got a makeover with her hair. We ain't seen her on TV since. Her
Mhm.
or the Creed brothers. It's crazy.
It's been
Gone.
almost since what, WrestleMania almost, or a little bit after WrestleMania?
They've been gone for a minute. Like
Yeah,
not in catering. They not backstage. They just not there.
we don't know, man. It's weird, man. It's weird, man. What you thought about this one, Spook?
I mean, it was a good match, man. I'm glad, Dragon Lee and AJ got the win on this one, man. But I just found out this information from you and Stan that all these people got different names and they got a whole
Yeah,
little group
Yeah.
now. I don't know, man. It's like I said, I'm just ready to see what Chad gonna say when he come back, man. And how he gonna turn up on these guys and let them know who's
well,
the
I
real.
mean, yeah, I guess they having a freestyle because they didn't anticipate him getting injured, and now they're just having to drag it out until he comes back. So they're just coming up with ways to extend the story. And who knows, man? Now that they're official, it may take away from the excitement a little bit of them popping out and doing stuff. And then one is Bravo because he's wearing blue, and one is Rao because he's wearing red. So it's like, man, these guys here.
But it may be a good look for an addition to the tag team, division, roughly, if that.
Yeah, but I don't. That's assuming they care about the tag team division. So We
But I mean,
still
that'll be a
waiting.
good look if they go against Judgment Day, and then that's
Yeah.
when what I'm saying Dominic possibly turn on
Hmm.
him at that point.
Hmm. So we're gonna see, man. But they can get down in the ring, so if nothing else, we'll get a solid match and kind of see where this story is going. But we need Chad Gable to get back quickly and figure this whole thing out, man. Let's fix this, man. Originally, he went to go look for the dark arts and all this other stuff. We thought he was looking for Aleister Black. Now we done got a whole grande Americano story from all of this, and now it's just kind of getting a little off the rails. But AJ Styles doesn't plan on getting caught up in this. He's gonna move on to John Cena pretty quickly here and leave this for Dragon Lee to figure out.
Oh yeah, he kind of even hinted at that too in his
Mm-hmm.
promo when Dragon Lee was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go for a title." No, he was like, "Oh yeah, it's great to be tagging with you," and he was like, "Oh yeah, no, my focus on John Cena." It's like a one off. You know what I mean?
Cool, but bro, I'm about to
Yeah,
leave in a minute. You know
we
what I'm saying?
we ain't
I'm about to
teaming
get
up, my
out of
boy.
here. Yeah, we about to ride, man. I can't be out here with you. Then we had our main event of the evening, which, like most main events on Monday Night Raw, Division, Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker versus the Usos, Jimmy and Jay Uso. I don't even know if I can say much about the match itself because we've seen this 100 times. So it was pretty much
It's,
the same match.
it's getting a little old.
Bro,
Um,
it's literally the exact same match they
it's
had
nothing to break
on
down here as far as
ESPN.
man. We basically, WWE said, look, we cannot simply throw this match out again. We got to do something. And
They
then the
hate
heat
us.
hits, and we get Roman Reigns coming back out with a chair and a tag team tornado match. So there were no rules, no disqualifications. So the Usos did end up picking up the victory. We got Roman Reigns is back. So I don't know where they're going with this one. I've heard speculation of a 3-on-3 match, but there's no third member. I mean, not third, but fourth member of the division at this particular moment in time. So I don't know if they will recruit from the outside or try to bring someone in, or if it will spill into a three-way. I could say that a triple threat match, but I can't. I mean, triple. What is it? A trios tag match? Is that what they call it?
Probably.
Not sure if it's going to go there because while Roman Reigns was giving Jey Uso the speech, looked like Jimmy was on the outside of that, man. It looked like he was
Yeah,
very much not
Yeah,
involved and not necessarily thrilled
thought he was finna hit him with a spear. I thought
for
he was
that.
finna hit
I
him.
peeped that, especially because the camera
Yeah,
didn't leave. The camera
Mhm.
just like kind of,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
I was like, "Here we go again, man. They about
yeah.
to."
They got the perfect shot. But man,
Especially
what
with,
could that mean? What could that mean, Stan? What you
well,
what you
especially
been
what
paying
Jimmy
attention
said, not Jimmy, what Jay said earlier. It's like, yeah, I'm going for a world title. Something you don't know nothing about.
to? Mm.
It's like I guess we had this story with Jay Roman. Remember when they was doing COVID when how he became main event Jay Uso.
Mm.
Roman just kind of like trashed him for the longest. He fought Roman. He became like the right hand man, and then he fought so. But he got that from like being disrespected by Roman all the time. Like, oh, you're not ready. And so maybe they like doing this same thing with like Jimmy now. And so like 2 years from now, kid gonna be 1.5 and he finally gonna get his first like title. Who was his first like, main title. So
why they doing Jimmy like that though, man? Like they would not let him get to the top,
I hey,
man.
as long I feel like he'll get there, but they gotta do this to get people behind him. And I think they wanna do it, give him a title for that pay raise for the baby. Cause that's gonna be needed. But I mean he been there forever and like they love that guy. He's a homer. Like I don't it would be very weird to me if the Usos would leave WWE and go to another promotion. Like granted, I thought like Edge would never do that, but here we are. But I don't see the Usos doing that. So it's just like he gonna get it. I just don't know when. He gotta be pushing 40 if he not 40 already.
Yeah, I think they like 39. They like 39, about to turn
Yeah,
40.
they
They
only
might be
like
in their 40s. They
they
might
They
be.
might
might
be
just
in their
Been
40s.
around for a very long time.
Yeah, they might be in their
And they
40s,
both
huh?
a little great.
Yeah,
just a
cause
smidge. Yeah.
cause I think cause Roman is the younger cousin or he older.
No, he's older.
Okay, so yeah, they probably in their 40s. So he gonna need it eventually, since the brother got it. So I don't know. Maybe they just doing that slow burn.
He just went. he went down bad, man. Like he haven't, you know what I'm saying? He ain't had nothing really since, since the tag team, since they had that little big run with that, man.
Well, he had a baby. That's what he went and did. He went and got
Well,
over
it's
by.
it's it's not his fault, man. It's Naomi's fault. You saw the tweet she was tweeting, man, and she talking about I don't know how this happened. You know how this happened. You was tweeting all that nasty stuff.
Hey
And now
man,
look at you, relinquish your
man.
title and pregnant.
He even had the championship a championship run recently, man. And Jimmy is truly the last left, man.
No,
But everything he's doing right now is not even with anyone who has a title. So he's gonna have to get on the good side out of this, which I could if this goes left, he could be in a feud with Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso. I mean Jay Uso for the next 3 months.
and you know what? When you said that, so like remember when like how this whole thing started with Jay. Jay was like how he got that um everybody felt bad for him because Roman was dissing him, but then he was always helping everybody.
Hmm.
First one to help, like he came around with like Sammy, like he was first one kind of like helping everybody. And Jimmy's kind of doing that now. He's like, hey, I'm gonna go help out LA Knight. Why you should have had our back, but I'm gonna go help him out. And because what Roman was telling Jay in the ring was pretty much like, hey, this is us.
Yeah, us
This is
versus everyone.
family. This ain't about nobody else. This is us. So it's a situation where like Jimmy, I feel like it's gonna come down between Jimmy got to make a choice between his family and LA Knight. Maybe he picked LA Knight. They have a little tag match, and then Jimmy feud with uh, Jay and Roman, and then we can see if that elevates him to that level for getting the main title. Not even a main title, a title period, because he ain't had
Yeah,
a title other than a tag title.
nothing, man. Nothing at
Not even
all.
a 24/7 title, man.
Maybe they could make him go crazy, and all of a sudden he's answering Sami Zayn's open challenge and goes over there and then gets beat by Solo shortly after or something, man. But I don't know where they're gonna fit him into the title picture, man, or even to win a title. I mean, Seth is unrealistic to me. Cody's unrealistic to me. Dominic seems very far away, even if it was impossible. And like I said, Sammy is the closest thing, but they were just friends and buddies, so it kind of makes that seem a little distant. And Solo's been cutting promos like he was coming back for that title. And at some point, we're going to get Jacob Fatu back. So they're probably going to be in that title picture over there as well with Sami Zayn. So I don't know where Jimmy can win a singles championship at. Something very unforeseen happened, and if that happens within the next 6 months between now and WrestleMania, I'd be pretty surprised. Dominic has a lot of story between now and WrestleMania, which might not culminate with his babyface turn until WrestleMania. So he's not probably got to do nothing with Jimmy. Sammy's title is up for grabs. I think that's the title that can really be lost between now and WrestleMania more than any of those other three titles. So that's a possibility, but I just don't know if they're going to go there, especially since they just moved Jimmy seemingly exclusively to Monday Night Raw right now. So I'm not really sure, man. He just might be feuding with his family for the next few months, man. And maybe they'll blow off a be at WrestleMania if they stretch it out that long, or even something at the Royal Rumble. But I think that's still going to hold him up. And then once you're done with all of that, he's going to probably need paternity leave or maternity or whatever the term is for a guy. He's going to need that.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, it's timing. I just don't see where he's going to get this singles championship run, man. It would have to be very short lived or it just won't happen because the titles that's on these guys right now, man, he's just nowhere near that picture. And it's going to take a minute for whatever happens with him and his family to kind of play out. So I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure who really feud up against. But Monday Night Raw pretty much ended kind of the way we typically expect it to end, man. Couple of things, they're getting ready for Crown Jewel and possibly something a little bit more long term because we didn't get a match announced with Jimmy and Jay or Roman or Bronson and Braun Breaker. So that's just up in the air for whenever they decide to do that, even if they don't put that on that card. But yeah, I guess we're gonna see what happens with Jimmy Uso, man. And if he's gonna be able to get his title run, and what role is Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker gonna play moving forward? Because it seems like the Bloodline is having their own separation all over again. or some bit of a division there, man. But what you thought about the show overall, Spook?
I mean, it's a pretty good show, man. I'm glad I was able to, catch a good little bit of it. Yeah, pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? One of these, typical Monday Night Raws, man. The ending was, about the same as usual.
Mm-hmm.
My question is to you guys: do you think they're going to add a fourth member to the division? Is that coming soon? Is that in the making? Who will it be? Any thoughts on that? Right now, or Seth just kind of, he just kind of focused on his crown jewel. And
I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't think so. Honestly, man, because I don't know if this is really going to turn into a trio tag match. If it does, that would open that door. But right now, I personally don't. I don't see it, man. And it might still be a little too soon to add a fourth guy anyway.
Yeah.
Especially just for a one-off feud. Like after that, what are you doing with this fourth guy?
Yeah. So I feel like it can go either way. If they do a fourth guy for each, and they do something and like, let's say they do War Games or
Mm-hmm.
they do it at Survivor Series,
Mm-hmm.
the fourth for each team, the fourth for like Roman, the Usos could be CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
The fourth, which is crazy, but since they want to do this on ESPN, they didn't put that little nugget in everybody. The fourth for the division could be Brock Lesnar.
Mm-hmm.
Because, Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman are just synonymous with each other in WWE, period. So that's why he introduced them. Even like when Brock came back and he was backstage and like he said what's up to Paul in front of like Braun and Braun, Paul was like, oh yeah, that's my guy. So it's kind of, I don't know, if it gets to that point for like a one-off, that would probably be the best two people, but they kind of already said Brock gonna be off TV for a while.
Mm-hmm.
again,
So yeah, but a while clearly because Roman's already back. So a while can mean two pay-per-views, which is
Yeah,
really just
Royal
5 weeks.
probably Royal Rumble, I would think.
Which is really just 5 weeks.
Yeah,
So a
yeah,
month.
yeah.
The way they doing,
Not, yeah.
you know.
They dropping these joints, man.
So
Yeah, I mean, a temporary member for each of these guys, I could see that possibly, if they do decide to go that route, and make it any bigger, but not sure, man. Or they could just leave it at adding, like you said, Brock Lesnar and doing a 3-on-3 and not even adding CM Punk back into it and just have Brock and Roman and then the Usos and the Bronze kind of going at it if they want to do that. But that would probably have to happen sooner rather than later. So not really sure if they could drag this one out, man. But that's been Monday Night Raw tonight.
well, they gonna find a way.
Not too much bells and whistles here. We seen Dominic get a huge pop. We seen Rhea get a huge pop, and everything else was pretty status quo for the nights. But we definitely will be right back here next Monday covering Monday Night Raw, the go home show for Crown Jewels. So a lot of build up for that should be happening on Monday Night Raw. Maybe a little information from whatever we see on SmackDown this week coming up here as well. I'll definitely be Crown Jewel motivated. So please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share it with friends, share it with your family, share it with your people, share it with everybody, and don't forget to listen to us wherever you get your podcast. I appreciate your Spook and Stan for jumping on with me tonight. And as usual, man, we'll see y'all back here in the week. And until then.
All right.
all right, fellas.